Hello, this is Gary,
And Buny.
and welcome to our YouTube site. Today is one of free readings, and
Why aren't you on here?
even,
It says it's waiting. All right, let me figure this out.
she's trying to find me.
Mm-hmm.
This says I'm live.
It says you're live.
Anyway, nobody's showing up. Oh, there he is. Diane says hello.
There we go.
Now it's starting to show up.
Now I see everybody.
Hello, hello. Atlanta Brookengal. Well, that's a great name. Lori Longo. That's a good name. It's almost a Lori Longo. I'm not sure what that is. That's a
There we
slinky. It's a slinky stripper name or something. It's very cute. Lisa Foster. Many. Bluebird. I love bluebirds. You don't see very many of them anymore. Cute little bird, as blue as it can be. Okay, how you guys? Hi guys. It's Sherry's mom.
I'm waiting to pick up.
What?
His mom's waiting to pick up one of her kids.
Okay, I'm gonna read some stuff to kill a little time till people get in here, and then I'm gonna do a little explanation that I haven't done forever, but I'm gonna do it today. Free healing, November 21st, coming up this month, 2:00 Central Standard Time, USA. Free healing, and I've been developing some new healing techniques that have been really, really good. We're not doing it on that thing, but I just thought I'd let you know that I am working on it. That through myself and other people. Anyway, and I'm doing some videos on it that should be informative as to the formality of healing is not appealing to me. And what I've been reading, that they've established these rules of whatever in healing, they just don't apply at all. It's just crap. So I'm going to be doing some of that. December the 5th, free readings again. December 19th, free healings. Next year, I have a bunch of classes I'm going to teach. One of them is, I think the first one is manifesting. And I'm really, really, really the ace of spades for manifesting. So I have a really good program. And there's a class that's offered on my website. And that's the only one that you can actually purchase, but it's not till January. And that'll be limited. They're all limited to about 15 people. They're not going to be any bigger than that. And then improve your intuition. I have a class with like 75 parts to it to show you how to improve your intuition. That one took some time to develop. I have the self-healing class I'm going to teach again. And possibly somebody on my YouTube site, one of you probably, gave me a great idea to do a class about how to survive as an empath, because I just did a video about empaths. And I am an empath, so I should be able to teach a class on it. I know all the classic methods of how to avoid pain, and I've invented a bunch of them myself. So how to survive as an empath will be some class I haven't even written yet, but I'll be giving it next year. Also, we were just talking about it before we went live, that I'm going to do some live shows again somewhere. I'm going to go do a psychic fair and get in front of a crowd and read the audience and do a combination, probably readings and healing at the same time. Never done it before. I have to do it. I feel compelled, which is compelled is a bad word, but that's what I usually end up doing. And here's the underlying thing for today. This is for everybody to understand. When I give you a reading and I say something, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. I hear voices. I'm telling you what I hear, not what I think, because I get that a lot on YouTube. Oh, he just thinks that because he's a liberal, this or that. It has nothing to do with that. It's what I'm hearing. So all of this is based on somebody who's been passed for a long time telling me something to tell you. If I look at your what you've written and I pick you to read, it has nothing to do with anything. My guys will say, that's a good one. My guys will say, here's an answer for that person. And if I ignore you, it has nothing to do with nothing. They just don't want to answer the question. Not me personally, because I have no opinion either way. I'll answer any question they give me the answer to. Where's the timer?
I don't know.
It's got to be over there.
Sorry.
This is how real show business is. No,
Honey, it's right there.
oh,
It's right in front of you.
this is how real show
It's right in
business
front of
is.
you.
It's chaos. And Peanut the Wonder Dog is here somewhere, and he's just had a recent bath, so he's naked. So don't look.
Smells good.
Don't look when he comes into the room. He's very embarrassed, but he's naked. He doesn't have any clothes on. Doesn't have his little collar thing. So, but he's clean and he smells great. Anyway, remember, I picked you. I'm not picking you. Some guy is telling me to pick you. I tell you something. One of your relatives or one of my guys is telling me to tell you something. It's not Gary. Gary has no opinion either way. Don't stick that on me. I've been getting a lot of that lately. His opinion is, I don't have an opinion. That's the beauty of being a medium. I don't have to have one. Okay.
All right.
All that being said, free classes for next year that you have to pay to get. And these are not my thoughts. I'm just passing on something, which is why I won't remember you.
Right. Don't be offended, people, because
Yeah. Try not to get offended because we don't care here.
we
At
care.
Gary Central, you can get.
I'll remember sometimes, but
I'll never remember.
won't
If you're
remember.
offended, keep it to yourself or go to some other channel.
Or you can tell me about it.
You
and
can
I'll-
tell her about it. I don't care.
And I'll try to make you feel better about it.
Okay. Here we go. You
All
wanna,
right.
she's got cards here today and me. What are we doing?
Uh,
Want to pick
well,
somebody?
everybody's just saying hi right now. You gotta keep
Okay.
some more people.
Got to go down lower.
Yeah.
Empath class be great.
Yeah.
Sassy Sarah, thank you. I haven't written it yet, but I did do a video about it. And I think I explained a lot of things in that. This would be more of a step-by-step thing.
It's not a posted class. You haven't posted the video.
I haven't.
Yet.
I haven't put the video up yet. I made the video earlier, but I'm not putting it up until later in the week. So first the empath video, and then I'll write an empath class. I could give that at Christmas time if I wanted to. Yeah, probably Christmas time. I probably won't wait till next year for that because it's such a hot idea. Sweet Vibes. Oh, that's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Sorry, I've been talking about the empath video, so I put it up. I haven't put it up yet. But you'll find a lot of interesting stuff in there. Sage, you're too dependent. You depend upon others. And something about a brother. Do you have a brother that's passed? Or is your brother one that you look up to, but you shouldn't? Something like that. You're depending upon other people for your own decisions. And sometimes empaths do that. We tend to listen to what other people say because we think they know something, and it turns out they don't. Not about you anyway. No one knows anything about you except you. Okay, she's going to sort of monitor the answers because I can't do both at once. Lori Rogers, well, Mom lived with us on our new property temporarily. It's a temporary stay, but she won't be happy there. Too much chaos, too much running around. It's not, she wants peace and quiet. There's something angry there. I'm not sure what it is. Yada, yada. Oh, there's a good one. What?
Sage just answered you. It says, very true. I'm very dependent on others' opinions of me.
Yeah, that's bad. No one's opinion matters but yours. If I like me, I like me. Somebody else doesn't like me, it doesn't. It used to. These are the tricks of being an empath, how to not allow that to happen, because in fact, other people ruin your world. So I've learned how to ignore it, block it, put it in its perspective, and just move on. Can't make everybody happy. Hell, you can't make anybody happy today. Yada yada. When I see 111 or 1111, here's what's happening. Your fingers here.
Stop.
It's this finger thing. Yada yada. It's about starting over again, and one means that. Number one apparently means starting over again. It's a new highway of some kind, a new pathway. But yeah, and you see it, but you're not allowing yourself to do it. I see it. I used to hear random numbers all the time. I never knew what it meant. I still haven't figured it out. My whole life, I've never figured it out. Okay, Kathy Jenkins, I really need all this, and I feel I'm receiving communication, not just certain what to do. Relax, take it in, write it down, look at it, try and understand it. I got one last night. Pineal gland.
Pineal gland.
I woke up with the word pineal gland in my head, and I had to look it up and figure out what it was, and figured out that it had to do with the third eye chakra. I'm not a chakra person, but that's what it means. And I'm working on what I got in my dream. I was really not asleep. I wasn't awake. I was in that period in between. And that led to a lot of research I'm doing today on how that applies to what I'm doing. So everything is personalized for you. Anything you get in a dream, it's about you or your situation. Situational is often what they're about. Use it. Figure out what it means. Naked doggy, too cute. He's hiding
cute.
out. I don't see him anywhere.
No, he's hiding.
Uh,
He's a boy. He doesn't like baths. So.
The person I work with, a narcissist, and I don't know how to work around her attacks, which have been directed. She's very jealous of you for some reason, something about being pretty or being smart or something. She thinks if she knocks you down a little bit, it makes you less and makes her more. But there is no way to avoid these people, except just don't talk to them. If you have to deal with them on a work basis, strictly business. I think behind your back, she's talking about you too, which is very unprofessional. Start your own company. That's usually my answer to a lot of things. When you're working with people you can't stand, you can't get along with, that's why I own my own company. I have since 1979. I don't work with other people. They're annoying. Cut out the annoying. Where are we at? And that'll be part of the class that I write about surviving being an empath. And you are an empath, and that's part of the problem. You let it bother you, and I've learned not to. What was that?
You went because people are writing, and you're further up.
Did my wife explain it to me?
Just a little.
A lot. Linda Pruitt, I forgot. This is a biggie. I'm thinking of suing a company for discrimination, harassment at my work. It'll never come to light. You're just going to get yourself on a list that can't be hired. And you're waving a flag for a group of people that really won't appreciate the help you're trying to. I don't want other people to suffer the indignity I've suffered, so I'm going to sue these people. You can't do it for that reason. That's called a class action suit. And I doubt that any of them would jump on the bandwagon. Empaths fear the light of the day. And they're the easiest to put down and ruin. But we fear the light of day. That's why we hide. I don't hide, but I used to. Harassment. Yeah, well, that's ongoing. Every job. Women especially. This is a good job. We appreciate it. Thank you. Empathy, love, peace for all. That's a great one. Tone it down a bit. You have skills you're not using. You prefer not to. You have the gift of second sight. Isn't that interesting? You can see what's coming, so you should be able to see something that's coming for you. Work a day job. Sassy Sarah, you've already started over. It can't. 11:11 can't be about you. Momentous occasion. I'm not sure what that means, but there's a momentous occasion you're supposed to be celebrating. Survival. Silva Smalls, is employment in my future? Only if you go looking for it. I don't think you really want to go to work yet. I think you're biding your time, waiting for the perfect thing to come along, and in that case, you end up with nothing. You have to take something and work it, and then work your way back onto the grid. You're off the grid, and you're alone. Hard place to work from. Joan Reese, will I find a partner? If you were actively looking for a partner, yeah. And I don't know what the Underground Railroad has to do with you. I really don't. Joan Reese. The Underground Railroad, unless you're black. That doesn't sound like a black name. Joan Reese doesn't sound like a black name. You have some ancestors that were involved in the Underground Railroad. That's got to be what it is.
Interesting.
Should I sell my condo? You're going to ask me, should you sell your condo? It's not time yet. Spring would be better. Where are you going to go when you sell it?
That's what I was going to say. Easy to sell things now. It's not easy to buy.
The price is right, but I can't find all these things.
You're
Further
down.
Some takers. Really?
Yeah.
I love it the way you people know each other.
I think it's so cute.
You say hello and blah blah blah. It's really fun. Is my 10-year-old Rusty happy with his new buddy Louie? No.
No, nobody be happy with a 6-month-old.
You're occupying my space. And there's something very fragile about one that the other one thinks the other one's quite fragile. And they debate everything. Space mostly. Focus on Solutions. Happy I caught live. My youngest daughter is watching her husband this week. I'm very concerned. George Stewart. She has issues deeper than this. She has psychological damage of some kind that will need to be monitored. But you ask her every day how she's feeling, what conclusions. There's something she has to repair in herself. A lot of obligations she doesn't have, but she feels like she has. They're left over from this marriage. She'll feel obligated to do things as though they were still together. She needs to cut those. Just let them go. Starts radiation therapy for breast cancer. Can I get pressure? She has lupus and so much more. She's on a downhill slide. Her immune system's let up on her. She would be a good one to bring to the healing thing on November the 21st. I mean, that's quite a ways away, but a couple of weeks.
A few weeks.
We'll be happy to look at that for you. You want me to? She has a couple of spots there. Breast cancer. It's not all encompassing. There's a couple of spots. And you're worried about, has it spread? I don't think it's had time to spread. I think it caught early. Lupus is underlying long-term.
It's a lifelong
thing that if she could learn self-healing, get some of that energy into her that's available to everybody, it would boost her immune system. Her lupus would be less of a problem, and breast cancer probably wouldn't come back. Remember, the energy comes out of the hands. I sound like a weirdo, don't I? Waving my hands. Your mom will be okay. She comes out of it fine. She just needs some kind of respiratory therapy. Does it make sense? Respiratory therapy. Some kind of pneumonia or something going to the lungs from this, what's going on here, and depression. Some kind of respiratory therapy is going to be needed. So be prepared for that. A lot of oxygen. But she survived. It's not her time to go yet. She's a shining star. It's not her time to go yet. She has lots to do. Children, grandchildren. Okay.
Oh, she's worried about breathing after radiation therapy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She'll need respiratory therapy of some kind, and it'll be ongoing. Some kind of reduced capacity in her lung of some kind. There's a shadow of some kind there, but I don't think it's cancer. I think it's something else. Her lungs don't operate the way they should. She could learn self-healing. The energy is available there. She could learn how to do that, or submit it to the class.
21st November.
Yeah, November the 21st. We'll be glad to look at it. Once she's in the chat room, I can see it. I should be able to formulate something. My hat's off to you for some reason. Someone's saying that. This has occurred in your family and other places. Nodes are intact. They're saying it hasn't done that. This is caught early.
Yeah, she said she had surgery already, so that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Okay. Here's the one we talked about, being prophetic. I've documented prophetic dreams since childhood, including what is GMA? Dying in a freak accident, but haven't found a way to help my own self yet. I guess I got to work on that. So you're saying you have the ability to help others, but not yourself. That's unusual, isn't it? Usually you can see it in yourself first, and then you turn and help others with it. This is a great gift, Alicia. Don't waste this. You've been wasting it so far. It's like you have this really great, fast, marvelous Ferrari sports car down in your garage and you never drive it. You just look at it. Maybe polish it every now and then. Get out and drive that sucker, because that's what they're meant to be done with. You have a great gift, helping other people. You could do what I do in a limited capacity. I could see you doing a YouTube channel like this yourself and giving that to people. Maybe you could collaborate with someone else on a YouTube channel and do things like that. Okay, where are we at?
You're back. It keeps jumping for you because.
Well,
right.
Tell me where I'm at. Am I good?
Right here.
This is White Bunny's my bunny.
Yeah, I'm your collaborator.
We sit around and I'm screwing something up, and she politely tells me.
Sometimes politely.
She's my muse. She's my muse.
I'm your muse.
If you notice as a medium, if you are mediums, and some of you are, I'm not totally aware of anything. I'm aware of the thing that I'm seeing and hearing, and I'm in a meditative mode. So if a truck drove through behind me, I doubt that I would even see it or know what to do. So you need someone to help you.
You're down here.
My messages from my mom, Lucille Snow, is 28 and miss her still so much. Here's the thing, you've seen her. My guys have given me my code words for seeing something that doesn't belong there. She's appeared.
That's Lisa you're talking to, right?
Yeah, you've seen her. She's been around. Either you saw a dark shadow go through or something in the corner of your eye. You've seen her. She's been there. Something about bed sheets. You need to change your bed sheets or something. This is mother's. An eyelash is getting stuck in the eye. And something about, is there some kind of testimonial to her that you're giving, or have given. She's talking about you're a
Oh,
living,
she just changed her sheets.
okay, but you're some kind of a living um, her. You're a testimonial to her, very similar in strength.
Oh,
But have you said words out loud that mean something in a group setting? You know, like, is this an accidental death? It's something of the heart. Heart failure.
so she taught me all my values.
Well, she did really, really well. And don't feel embarrassed when you impose yourself on other people, especially when you're trying to save them from something. You don't often get involved because fear of retribution, but don't fear imposing yourself on somebody if you think that what you say might save a life.
She says she talks about her all the time.
Cool.
That's nice.
Too much candy, she says.
Too much candy.
Danny Sanchez, what message I need to know from Spirit? You're improving your lot, but you're doing it slowly. You're a speaker. You're a talented know-it-all. I mean that in a good way. You seem to know a lot of stuff, so you need to share it with others.
So Lisa said that her mom had rheumatoid arthritis of the lungs. That's I've never heard of that. That's
I
crazy.
never either.
Wow.
And heart failure is when she passed. I can't breathe.
Well, that would be the lungs.
I feel like my lungs are filling up with fluid.
He says I eat candy all the time. So that was a message for Lisa.
Eat too much candy.
That's too funny.
And you gotta think, why would your mother tell me something to tell you? Why would you do that? I don't know her. I don't know you. To make a difference, to let you know that she's right there. The difference between here and there is a very, very, very thin. It's not like this wide. The distance is like in the movies. They pass through a thing and then it's non-existent. The line is just a line. And she wants to make sure your life is better. So she's telling you little silly things to let you know that this is actually her and she's there watching you. When she says too much candy, that tells you how often she's around. She sees you eating this candy. And she says, if I tell her she's eating too much candy, she will know that I'm around all these times. That I'm not a figment. I'm actually there. She suffocated. Okay. Danny Chenches, jack of all trades. Yeah, you're a know-it-all. Actually, that's a good thing to be. And I was told that we'd be teaching children. Absolutely, why not? Kids think you're one of them. They don't know that you're an adult. Good place to be. No, Mickey T, I don't think this job is for you if you get the promotion. Think at a later time. You haven't, no one's impressed by you. I don't know what that is. Try harder. Do something unexpected. Show up to a meeting and say something really different. Say, who is that girl? Now you're noticed. Now the things you say will be heard. You lie low. You don't stick your neck out. It's hard to get promoted lying low. You're afraid of what people will think. Your thoughts matter just like anybody else's. And always be proud of that. You're a unique individual. How you get to the top is up to you. I'm saying that it's probably not necessary that you get to the top, that you do well what you're doing. And going to the top is pressure, and pressure is not good for you. So think about staying where you're at for a while. You're not tough enough. You are an empath, and you're not tough enough. People don't bother you kind of where you're at. You go there, and people are going to bother you all day long. Okay, where are we at? A different dimension or plane like we're all here. Just can't see through the web.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. How close?
It's very close, and often they intersect and can be seen in our dimension. Their energy can go through that and appear as people or shadows or things moving. I saw one the other day. I couldn't tell if it was a dog or a cat, but it was small and scurrying along the ground there. What are we doing?
Your thing is going too fast.
No, I'm going too slow. The problem is Gary can't. I'm not willing to give you a one-word answer. I want to give you a good reading. Since you're not paying anything, I want to give you a good reading. And it can't be done in a yes or a no. People that do that shouldn't be on the channel, I don't think.
That one?
The one with the dog, can you see my dog's tail? Something about his back is sore, about in the middle of the back. Why not put your hands there, see if you can't pass some healing energy?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, works all the time. What was that against bullying? Oh, that's her name.
You okay?
My own worst enemy. It's a straw. It's a straw. It's not me. It's a straw.
That's right.
Got to blame somebody. See, working my health and working with a new career path. Crystal, you're done there, and helping other people. Your system's shutting down. Is why you're looking for a door. Doing what I do, doing healing work. It's an easy. There's something of the massage therapy in you. I don't know what that means, but someone said it. And that'd be an alternative way of helping people. Problem is you absorb whatever's in people that you're around. You're highly empathic. So there's a danger. Most people in social services are empaths. If they're not, they're just not any good. The empaths are the great social worker, healer, massage, whatever. They're the really good ones, but they also self-damage by doing that. What is a weightlifting? Someone says you're getting stronger. Kimberly, why do I feel like people in general don't like me? I like people very much. There's something about you have self-loathing. You don't like yourself that much. Other people like you. It's that you're misinterpreting it as your own opinion. You don't tend to like yourself that much, but you're getting there. Loving yourself is a part of healing. That's in the class that I teach about self-healing, that you really need to love yourself first. And you're holding back. Somehow you're holding back your true feelings. I think people like you a lot. I think people are attracted to you.
Your computer's making me crazy.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's my computer.
Why that one?
Someone out there is going to send me one of those new MacBooks or something where I can be really, really good.
Yeah, you won't.
I'll be expecting that to arrive at the door. Just let me know if you need an address. I give you an address and it'll show up, and then I'll be good. All free stuff is welcome. Donations, money, computers. Don't need a car, but like learn Reiki is okay to learn online, learn in person. You might consider something other than Reiki. You might consider starting with Reiki and then moving to something a little more complex, something a little more less rule oriented and more natural. You're a natural healer. I don't think you need much help. The energy is very good. Energy is very good. You're almost there. You just need to be triggered a little bit. You're almost there. You have great feelings. Your feelings are. You're a natural healer. It wouldn't take much for you to be one. Yeah, if I wanted to take Reiki, I'd take it. I see it as too formalized for me. I never took any classes on anything. I just happened to me. I feel like maybe you could start there and then move on to something else. Too ritualized, somebody's saying, but yeah. Thousands of people know Reiki, and it's helped lots of people. Good place to start, but generally, I I don't like too many rules for me.
All right.
Oh, okay. So true. I've been trying to
Mm-hmm.
exercise strength. I'm in pain, so I didn't know if it's a little bit of both. You have a psychological damage from past relationship, Crystal, and that needs to be dealt with in a psychological way. It wasn't your fault. Well, you were partially at fault, but you can't take the full blame for it. Take the part of blame that's yours and move on. Dig it out back, dig a hole and bury it because it's in the past. It can't come into here. It's in the past unless you let it into here. When you let it into here, then it ruins this part of your life up too. So take it out back, dig a hole, bury it, do one of these or whatever they do.
Or spit on
I
it.
think it's here to here to here to here. Yep.
And there you go.
Bury it and move on. It wasn't all your fault. I think somebody's made you believe that it was, but it wasn't. It was mutual. Okay.
I don't know. You're right here.
I'm depressed from being shut in during COVID. Anything else I can do to pass? Communication helps a lot. You just have people you can communicate with, like this channel. This channel is very, Barney Fife would say it's therapeutic. Therapy comes in all forms. Write a book. You need co-conspirators to do something. You need a group of friends to get past this. I have Bunny and Peanut, but they're no help at all.
Oh,
They don't help a bit. But we also leave the house every day and go someplace. We go to eat lunch or grocery store, something real simple. And I engage conversation with almost anybody over anything.
That's true.
And it doesn't have to mean anything. I'm just communicating. Cheryl McLemore. That's an interesting name.
That's a nice name.
It is. So you live in San Francisco, way over here to Myrtle Beach, which is way over there. Yeah, maybe Kansas, maybe in the middle this time. You're not comfortable anywhere right now. And it won't make any difference where you live. It'll make no difference where you live because wherever you go, there you are. The issues you had in San Francisco are creating themselves in a different way over here. Wherever you go, you're creating your own issues. Stop moving, figure out what it is, fix it, and then you can live any place. Right now, it doesn't matter where you live because your issues are following you.
There was something here.
Be brave.
Here. This is with a suing for work, but it was mistyped. So what do you think?
This is an anonymous sort of want to engage an attorney to send this company a letter. I have no money aspirations. Yeah, but that's what it amounts to. When you sue somebody, you have to sue for a certain amount of money. And that's how it'll appear, as though you're greedy, even though you're trying to help others. This is a legal issue. Do you really want to get tangled? These things go on for 15 years. Look at the Bill Cosby case. 20, 30 years later, people are still trying to get him in court again. They get him in court, he goes to jail, he's out again. What? How about reporting this anonymously to the proper authorities as a harmful person? They have a file on him. He wouldn't be the first person to say this. You're not the only person to complain, but it's a legal issue. And you'd have to sue him for something if he's a megalomaniac.
A megalomaniac.
And something about improper touching or something to do with that. Puts everybody down. But again, this is asshole stuff. Everybody's at the top of something. It's usually an asshole. This needs to be handled internally, some kind of legal way. reporting anonymously, pointing the path, or you could make these people's lives much, much worse because they're going to get dragged into it. You see, it's not just you. You think you're just doing it for you and these other people, but they'd be dragged into it. There'd be depositions. They won't appreciate you for this. Do you discuss this among yourselves? Is this something you've talked about among yourselves as a group, or is this just something you know about? You know of 2 others that have had this done to them. My guys are saying you know 2 others. What do they think? If they're willing to split the bill and go to court, I mean, again, it's like 10 years. These are weasels. You try and drag a weasel into a court, they can delay it and delay it and delay it, and you'll be dead before it gets to court because they've learned how to do it. System set up for it. And anything is not provable. It's like 3 girls said this happened. Where's the proof?
Oh, she said, absolutely. I don't work there. There have been complaints. She only wants him gone.
So it's not your issue. You heard a story. You want to help them. You want to hire a lawyer. When you do this, you drag these people out. They're going to have to testify. They're going to have to come out, and now they're unhireable. So if you're independently wealthy and don't fear never working again, yeah, it's a can of worms. What my guys say. It's a box of frogs. You open it up, you never know where these frogs are going to leap to.
That's
and it will harm your personal life in some way. I'm not sure what that is, but it will harm your personal life. People have all kinds of reasons to hate somebody.
Well, especially people with nothing else to do.
Yeah, but people have a vested interest. You know, I can say something and people will hate me for it, even though it's absolutely true. But we've learned to just not care. And this is, you're wanting to be an advocate.
So it is her issue because she said he abused her.
Okay. That's what I said, improper touching and stuff like that's going on. Yeah. But that's your experience. But you don't have any proof of it, and you allowed it to happen. All he can say is it was consensual. Your word against his. Where are you going with this?
Here you go. She says, "I'll file the complaint and let it go." That's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, it's can of frogs, a box of frogs. This could end up ruining your personal life forever. Yeah. And getting hired.
Oh, she's got, I guess, proof certain emails.
Yeah, but those can be interpreted all kinds of ways. You know how they do. Why'd she keep emailing me? She must have wanted me. A terrible lawyer can twist everything into something else.
Oh, she's self-employed. Well, that's good. Self-employed is great.
You're self-employed now. Whatever product you're selling can be shut down.
That's a hard one.
I'm worried about my husband's diabetic A1C number is 13. Holy crap. We just had mine tested as 5.7 or something, so I'm feeling really good.
And 5.6 is like the end of the normal range.
And I'm not taking drugs for it, and I used to. Mm-hmm. I self-healed myself out of it.
And he has a wife that cooks for him.
I have a bunny. I have a bunny.
That's right.
You need a bunny. He needs to eat. He doesn't listen to you.
Yeah. That's the big thing.
He's self-destructive, Marie. He's self-destructive. And I don't believe you can save him. I believe his temperament is such that he does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, which is why he's in trouble. Dying, actually.
And Gary's not happy with some of the stuff I make him eat.
Sure.
He doesn't think cauliflower is a vegetable.
I only ate that once. I refuse to suffer. But I eat a low carb, no sugar diet. I exercise. I watch everything I eat, and I do self-healing, which is it just kind of disappeared. But he wouldn't go through the effort to learn how to self-heal, and he wouldn't use it on himself. He doesn't care for himself. He cares more about you than he does about himself. He's lost in the past. He sees no need to change his repetitious ways.
He doesn't listen to me.
Yeah.
It's hard when
If
you
he
can't get him to
were,
listen to you.
you can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. I've tried.
It's not going to work.
I have a long list of that, and you can say do these things. The doctor can say do these things, and if he doesn't do them, then he's doomed. And there's no way to save him.
And the doctors aren't always right, because we've done stuff that they wouldn't agree with.
We do stuff all the time that doctors don't agree with. Take this pill, and then I work myself to where I'm not taking any pills right
He's
now.
not taking anything.
So my blood pressure and blood sugar have come down through self-healing. He wouldn't have doesn't believe in it. Doesn't believe it. If he knew you were on this side, he wouldn't be happy with you. So trying to influence him is foolish without probably threatening to leave him. And I think he may actually want that. I think he dies alone. I think he wants to die alone. I think he's prepared to die alone. And you can't, if he really, really loved you and he said, I'm leaving you unless you change what you're doing, because you don't want to be there when he dies. That's what I would do. Say, I don't want to see you die. So I'm going to leave and go some other place. And he's the sole support, isn't he? He's the sole support. Here's Georgie Moon. That cute little gal. You can't see these pictures, they're so tiny.
Oh, they're tiny, yeah.
There's Georgie Moon. Let me see. See if I can click on that and get her picture to show up. Maybe I'll disappear.
You might. Nope.
Georgie Moon.
All right. Someone asked you if it's like keto. I forgot someone asked about a keto. I guess you could call it keto. We don't call it that because
it's not keto.
Sometimes he'll eat something that really wouldn't be keto, but
and sometimes I'll eat something that says right on the list is bad for me, but apparently it's not. Where 6 months ago before self-healing, if I eat that, my blood sugar would be 250, 300. And now it has no effect on it. And I don't know why, except self-healing seems to have solved whatever it was wrong with me.
Yeah. So, but keto, I think, is hardcore.
Keto is
we're not hardcore.
Keto is, again, a formalized method that probably works. We don't follow rules around here. I say she follows rules. I don't seem to have any. I follow what I feel. If I feel like I should be doing this, then I do it. Same with the healing things that I'm learning. I'm learning through my own efforts, not through some formalized way, because I don't like rules. When you throw in a rule there, you've limited direction that you could take with something. Eating for diabetic, again, if you follow all the rules, you may be missing something that might, like kale. I don't know.
he won't eat kale either.
I'll just say, as an example, eating kale may be great for you. And if a thing says don't eat kale and you do, it might actually help. I'm saying too many rules limits possibilities. No, hopeless alcoholic. Yeah, bail. But I'm going to keep trying. Oh, boy. You're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
I've got a rubber hammer down in the garage. I'll send it to you. And when you get those thoughts, you can just whack yourself on the side of the head with it, and everything will sort of spin around a minute, and things will come into focus. You're sacrificing yourself for someone else, even though you love them.
Doesn't appreciate it.
Even though you love them, that's not a good reason to ruin your life. No. Ruining 2 lives is what's worse than ruining 1. Yeah. 1, 2.
Save yourself.
Bail. Put on that parachute, lock it up. Money-wise, get what you can, and jump out of the plane. It's going to crash. Hmm. Hmm. Georgie Moon, there she is. I think she's from Australia.
Oh,
Life is a life is a bunch of pieces to a puzzle, and they're all on the ground somewhere. And as you walk around, you see a clue. You pick that piece of puzzle up and you say, I can do that. Why am I not doing that? Then you pick up another piece of the puzzle. Gee, I could be doing that. Comforting others, they're talking about. Who is that? I missed who I was talking to.
they're up here somewhere.
Which direction do I go with my gifts?
Someone.
I am, Gary, yes. Which one, cute? Or you're, what did I say?
You said she's cute. I don't know what else you said.
Something else, I can't remember.
I wanted to show you right here. Linda made a comment about the left mind. He got his mind right, and we're happily back together. So see,
sometimes a thread of, because you're actually enabling this person to kill themselves. You're putting up with it. And when you put up with it, that makes them think that it's okay, and it's not okay. By saying, I'm at the end of the rope. I love you, but I'm leaving because I don't want to see you die. If you want me to hang around for you to die, that's not something I'm willing to do. So I'll catch you later. Right. I'm taking the 9:05 out of here, and you let me know if you get your crap together, you get your mind together, like she says, got his mind right. Because often the fear, you're his crutch. You're enabling this guy to screw his life up. All you people who are saying this, I spit on my own computer. Never done that before. But when you live with someone and they're an alcoholic or they're a diabetic and won't follow the rules, you're enabling them to go down that road. When you say, I'm not going to do that, you take away the crutch, and they fear that worse than anything, that you're not there as their crutch to watch them die. So they usually will straighten up. They see that they have value, and I think these people feel they have value. Yeah. When you pull out that crutch, they'll have to walk, and they don't want to do that.
And you didn't set the timer.
Oh, I don't care. Oh.
Just saying.
Our time's up, I think.
Our time is up. He didn't set the timer.
He didn't know how you loved me until I left. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
But he loved you as that crutch. You kept enabling him to screw up, and he feared losing the crutch more than anything else. More than he wanted to kill himself. So it's really bribing or blackmail or something. You get me if you stop doing all this other crap. Right. Whatever you have to use, it's a tool.
Right. But it's also saving yourself, which is very important.
Oh man.
Someone from Ireland.
Really, where?
Eileen.
Of course, Georgie, man. Of course you're a healer. You've always been a healer. You just haven't found it's all in the hands. You know it. You've got your hands in your pocket. Get them out and start using them. The healing's always been in you. And you don't need much instruction either. Most healers don't. You have a big, big heart, Georgie Moon. Okay, I guess my time is Eileen Nolan. Eileen.
Yeah. I love Ireland. I've been there several times.
Come on, Eileen. I've been to Texas.
I have to drag Gary one day.
I've been to North Carolina. Beautiful. I've never been to Ireland. I've been to North Carolina. We've talked about this before, that someone in Ireland would offer me some work to come over and spend a month. I'd come over, but it didn't happen. And I'm not rich. I'd have to wrap up a bunny and a peanut and go to Ireland. I love Ireland. I'm part Irish.
Yes. I only have
father's mother was Irish. Okay, I guess our time is up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking to each other. James says, hi, Ireland. I'm in Idaho.
Then let me see. You keep talking because there's something I wanted to tell.
Blah, 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 blah. Is that talking?
No.
Peanut? Well, he's so tiny when we got him. He's about almost 30 pounds now. He's a very large piece. He's more like a walnut.
He's a walnut.
He's a walnut.
He's a big walnut.
But he hasn't come in here to show himself, so.
No, he's not.
He's naked. He has his little
He's
collar thing off. So.
He's naked. He's out. Oh,
Okay.
somebody's been keeping track, and I forgot I was going to say thank you, of thumbs up and subscriptions. Oh, I can't find you, but thank you for doing that. That's so great. So, and of course, and anybody who hasn't subscribed, please do.
What does this mean?
What? Blah, blah. I don't know.
Gia of light or JEA of light, blah, blah. Am I just blah, blah, and is that it?
Oh, someone just got here. Sorry.
You got to set that clock
You got to set
back.
that clock. That's right.
See, now they're saying hello to each other.
Yeah. All right. I think we
It
got to
gives
go.
us some thumbs up and subscribe. And
that's awesome. It does
Pass it
help. Gary
on.
always forgets to say that, but we appreciate it. Thank you. He keeps reading.
Okay.
You're just going to keep reading. He's going to be here for 2 hours.
It's
It's
time
been
for us to
fun.
end stream. And no,
Thank
it's
you.
not. It's
Yeah.
torture.
No, it's been
It's torture.
fun.
You just sit there and look cute. I'm doing all the work. It's painful. I'll get over it.
Don't
And
get over it.
I'll see you on the 21st.
On the
We'll do
21st.
a free healing. Be good. Bye.
Take care.
In stream.